I think we interviewed maybe 3 or 4 different builders and chose Lon because ultimately we trusted him.
I think that integrity is probably the most important thing to look at. I think the fact that they didn't try to sell us on something, they tried to put something together that was fair.
And they were involved. It wouldn't be a hands-off, second thought kind of thing. It would be, this is what we're doing.
It's really fun to work with people who enjoy doing what they're doing, and it's just this wonderful combination of knowledge and drive and also just excellent taste and craftsmanship.
One of, I think, the difficult things to find in a contractor or a designer is the balance between listening to what you want and helping guide you to better decisions.
They were really good about incorporating the ideas that we thought of as we went through the process.
I think they know from experience that the people they work with are not going to be happy unless they listen to them to find out what it really is that they want.
I think because of the way they helped us plan it, it's a heck of a lot better kitchen than it ever might have been.
I think they have such a good sense for spaces that feel right, that I think they are able to walk into those situations and then figure out something that's really kind of a novel approach to it.
It was kind of fun because they would both show up, and they're almost like a couple of little kids. They start going through the house and they start spotting, well, we could do this and we could do that, and it's really kind of fun to watch them work.
Delightful. Always positive, always concerned, always optimistic, and always having ideas.
Sandcon is great in the design phase of a project. They are full of good ideas, are very meticulous about measuring and checking things out and understanding the scope of the project. And then it turns out that the second part is delightful too, that in the execution phase, they really do deliver on their schedule, they really do manage the subcontractors, and it just feels like you're well taken care of.
They had the thing that you really look for in a good, well-managed project, which is a good plan to start out with, but enough flexibility to deal with things as they came up.
Everything went like clockwork. They gave us a calendar from when we started and said, this is what's going to be happening this day, this day, this day, and that's pretty much what happened, this day, this day, this day.
That's one of the ways that they're able to complete projects so quickly and so cost effectively, that everything is planned out and that their people that are going to be doing all of this are able to arrange their schedules, and everything is very tightly scheduled.
There was not one workday that went by that someone was not here, and nobody had to wait for sub A to be done before sub B could get in here. It was, the scheduling was just masterful.
The subs like that. They commented on how, you know, Lon and Greg are very organized, and they could count on them to have the work ready when they were ready to come.
You could tell from the very start that Greg, in particular, from the scheduling side of things, he was on the ball. And he showed up with the project documentation laid out in a couple of different views, so you knew decision dates, and then you had the calendar with everything all laid out in it. It was very clear from the start that he was a professional, he knew what he was doing.
We liked the creativity, we liked the workmanship, but ultimately the integrity to know that it was going to be done right in the end was really the overarching reason why we picked Sandcon.
That's when you really find out what folks are made of that you're dealing with. It's not when everything goes well, it's when something comes up unexpected. And absolutely every time they ended up doing the right thing.
Once in a while you'd see something that wasn't quite right. We would send Greg an email, say, hey Greg, this doesn't look right. The next day he would be back out here, he would check it out, he would send us an email back and let us know what they were going to do to take care of it. That level of communication was something that really helped to keep the relationship strong, because we always felt like we knew what was going on. There wasn't any surprises, it was all just right there, right in all of our communications.
They accept nothing less than the highest level of quality. And there are many instances where I hadn't even noticed a particular problem with the finish or some surfacing problems that wasn't completely level, and Greg at the time felt that was unacceptable, and so he personally would fix it.
I never worried that they were going to skimp on something or something wasn't going to get done right. And so that peace of mind that we had through it all is incredibly important, and I think that's what we get with Sandcon.
It was great. They had a cleaning team that came in. They did an excellent job.
They put all our furniture back for us.
Well, and that was the other thing. The dumpster was gone like that.
It's a very thoughtful process from beginning to end.
I love it. I love our house the way it is. I like the way we live in it.
Folks come in and it's being in a beautiful place as well as being in an efficient kitchen.
It's a very easy kitchen to use.
I think it has changed the whole house, and it didn't cost us an arm and a leg.
Now you can sit in the dining room and enjoy people in the kitchen and the baking and the cooking, and also be able to talk to people out in the living room and just have just this warm light throughout the entire house.
I still go to bed at night thinking, I can't believe I get to live here. We're thrilled we did, and we're thrilled we picked Sandcon to do it.
I thought they were fun to work with. Nice guys, pleasant to have around. It was a great working relationship. We were very happy with Sandcon.
I think that anybody that gets to work with Greg and Lon, very lucky, number one, and I think they'll be very pleased not only with the outcome, but just that the process is a secure and an enjoyable one at the same time.
We definitely work with those people again and recommend other people to do that.
When we have a project, we don't need to think about who's going to do it. We know that we'll have them do it.
Hey, listen, I'll work with those guys forever, anytime. And it's surprising. I never expected to have that feeling about a contractor. But these guys are that good.